Right then, folks, let's talk about some more with the IndyCar season. I'm going to talk about the final race for now of the Exhibition Place circuit in Toronto, because next season they're actually moving the location for the Canadian race. And, I mean, I enjoyed this race. It was almost a kind of combo of the two Detroit races that we've had for IndyCar in recent years. The current one that you see, the doubleheader with IMSA, but then also the Belle Isle one in a way. It also reminded me a bit of the Chicago Street Course in NASCAR. Well, obviously this one's got more turns and curvier turns as well, which can be a good thing for a race like this because it suits the IndyCars a lot better. Colton Herta got pole position and was the only one sub 1 minute. Then it was Palou and then Armstrong ahead of Power and Rahal. But, yet again, if you were a Penske, you had some bad luck. Will Power was the best of them. He didn't need any laps in the race and he ended up finishing 11th just ahead of Alex Palou, who we'll talk about in a moment as well. But for the other two, they got involved in accidents, right? I mean, there's a difference between Scotty Mac's one and Newgarden's one. Newgarden's one was a lot more unlucky. But, yeah, just everything that's been happening for Penske, it's just been rotten luck. And while we're there, let's briefly talk about what happened for the Chip Ganassi cars, right? It was essentially what we saw a bit later on with McLaren at the Qatar Grand Prix. They stayed out when everyone else went in. It's a bold call, but it didn't work. I mean, luckily for CGR, they had the benefit of doing quite well in the championship anyways. I mean, their third guy did pit, Kiffin Simpson did pit, and he ended up finishing third in the race, so overall, the car should have done well. There's a new winner as well for the first time this year. It wasn't the likes of Kirkwood or Palou, the first time that it wasn't Andretti or Chip Ganassi. And it was Pato O'Ward. A deserving win. He ended up leading 30 of the 90 laps on the day. Rinus VeeKay was good as well in the Dale Coyne. And it reminded me of almost a sort of unrealised potential. I remember when I was first properly getting into IndyCar a few years back, VeeKay was being hailed as this next big thing. And you don't get to see him that much over the course of, well, this season, let's say, in particular. I think he only had 2 top 5s in the year, right? He had a 4th place in Barber, and then he had this one. Sorry if you're trying to get your IndyCar season review off of me. It's wild. It's wild to think that was the kind of performance he had. Likewise for Palou. This and Detroit were the only times he was outside the top 10 all season. Yet again, he still gets the bonus point for leading a lap. But anyways, folks, those are my thoughts, feelings, and observations from that one. I did enjoy watching the race in Toronto. I'm glad I got a chance to sit down and watch it. Because, yeah, when it moves next year, it'll be a different track. It's a bit like, I was glad I watched the downtown Nashville one, despite how chaotic it was. Yeah, until next time, it's bye-bye for now.